welcome to the final day of my recall series. We're on day 7 of 7 of the Ultimate Recall series, and today's game is where we test your dog's recall ability to the maximum. So this is about real life scenarios, so making sure that our dog has a bulletproof recall to come when called no matter what is going on, and today's game will help you get that with your dog. Okay, so the only requirement for day 7, the Ultimate Recall game, is the thing that drives your dog crazy, the thing that they love the most in the whole world. Whatever that is for your dog, that is what we're playing with today. So for Chase, that will be a ball. This may be food for your dog. This may be another kind of toy or a tug toy. It may actually be another person. Whatever drives your dog crazy, whatever is the hardest thing to get them to stop interacting with and instead to look at you or to recall, that is what we're going to be working through in today's Ultimate Recall Challenge. So this will involve some modification. I'm going to show you this game with Chase's most distracting and difficult distraction, which is a ball. And the reason that we're doing this is obviously in a recall scenario, we don't know what the distraction might be. It may be a squirrel, it may be birds that they want to chase, it may be some dead animal that they're trying to sniff or eat at, or a scent that they're following. Whatever that distraction is, in a recall situation, we're asking them to ignore that distraction and to come away, disengage and recall when we call them. So obviously, because the element of surprise in a recall scenario, we can't possibly recreate that, but we also can't possibly expect our dogs to have that skill and ability to recall to us when we call them, no matter what the temptation is, if we don't teach the foundations and try our best to recreate that scenario as many times in training environments as we can, to give them the skills so that when they are distracted by something in the environment and we call them, they know the expectation and they know and they have the ability to disengage from that object that they're interested in and instead come back to us. Now, I don't have any spare squirrels or birds to hand to try and train Chase and work through in a controlled environment, so instead we're going to work through their most challenging distraction, which we can control and which we do have to hand. So for Chase, like I say, that is a ball. So particularly the way that I'm going to work through this game with Chase today is I'm going to throw the ball and allow him to go and fetch, and then mid-fetch, mid-retrieve, while he's running towards the ball as fast as he can and he's about to retrieve it, which is his favourite thing to do, I'm going to ask for a recall instead. So I'm going to ask him, instead of continuing to chase after that ball and to go and get it, which is his favourite game and favourite thing to do, I'm asking him to recall to me instead mid-fetch. Now that is really challenging for Chase. I've played it a couple of times. He does really struggle. He will often stop and possibly lie down based on some of the previous games that we've been working through, but to ask for him to completely disengage, to look at me and come away for a recall is really challenging. Now, I didn't want to work this through with him too many times in practice because I want you to see the struggles that even a Border Collie, I know there's already been a lot of comments to say, can't you show these games with other breeds, that it's easy to train Border Collies. First of all, let me tell you that myth, yes, they are very intelligent, but not every collie is super easy to train. And certainly Chase, we've worked through lots of challenges, which you will see if you follow this channel. But even things like fetch was a challenge for Chase. Having him bring back the ball is something that we've worked through. Having to build a tug toy and drive for Chase has been a challenge. So please don't be misallusioned by any myths. Every dog, in my opinion, is more than capable of working through every one of these games that I have showed, but it does take patience, and some breeds will find some games more challenging, which is why this series has had a variety of different games. So there should be something for everybody. But just because your dog doesn't have, for example, a toy drive today, doesn't mean they can't get there. I believe that with patience and the right games to play, every dog can achieve anything that we want them to. So the way that this game is going to work today is I'm going to throw the ball, as I said, and I'm going to recall him away. Now, you will see some of the struggles that I work through with Chase, but if a ball isn't the ultimate distraction for your dog, then you just need to improvise and swap this out for what is. So for example, you maybe throw a really tasty treat or a bone, which is what they're going to work through as their ultimate distraction. Lie down. You may want to have another person. So let's say that your dog isn't really interested and they can easily recall off treats and toys. Then maybe have another person. I don't have anyone spare to hand today. have them run in a different direction and have your dog chase them and then mid-recall while they're about to go and catch that person. So I need you to improvise, but the game will still be similar. You're just going to swap out what the distraction is depending on your dog. Okay, let me show you how this looks with Chase and the toy. I'm obviously going to be a bit of a distance, so you should still be able to hear me through the mic, and I hope that you can follow along. Keep watching. Okay, so as you can see, Chase is very interested in the ball right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and stay in the view of the camera. I'm going to throw the ball out, and then I'm going to recall. I'm going to give him his recall command, which is come, while he's running towards the ball, and then hopefully he's going to come towards me to earn. Now, I can either reward him with treats, or I can actually just send him to get the ball, which for Chase is often more rewarding than the treats themselves. Okay, so let me show you. So, ready, come. So you can see perfectly, as I showed you, a fail there. So there's no reward there, but obviously I have to be careful because Chase is rewarding himself here by actually playing with the ball. So we don't want that to happen too many times. So this time, just to kind of warm him up, I'm going to, instead of asking for a come, which is, like I say, very challenging, that's why it's the ultimate game, I'm going to see if he'll just down for me instead and build up to the come when called. So we're going to go around, down, come, come, good job, go get it. And then the reward there was released towards the ball. So now he has to find it because the grass is a little bit long. So let's see if he can find it. Where is it? Get your ball. Yeah, good job. And then I'm going to reward, good boy, with a treat for coming back with the retrieve. So we can see there by simply asking for a down, which is what we were working on in the instant down game, if you remember. I think that was day 5. So that's why it's important to have all of these skills so that we can work, and maybe if the dog isn't quite ready for this level of challenge, we can build in some of the foundational skills to make it slightly more easy while we work towards the ultimate challenge. So I'm going to do one more practice of those, and then I'm going to see if I can work on the recall again. So let's go around, down, come, get it. And what I'm showing Chase here is that actually when he comes to me, the release is to go and get the reward anyway. So I'm not actually stopping him from doing what he wants to do. I'm simply adding a layer, a test really, where if he comes to me, he gets rewarded for going to the ball. So that's why in this game, rather than just doing the instant down and then releasing him to the ball, I'm still asking for the recall, but it's a bit easier because he's already halfway there. He's already stopped and somewhat disengaged from the ball for me. Okay, so ready, round, come, good job, go get it, good boy. Nice, good job, good boy. Ready, get it, come, come. Good boy, good job, go get it, good boy. You can see again that was challenging, but he's thinking through, he's understanding what's required, he's just finding it difficult, which is why it's the ultimate challenge. So we're just going to keep on going until he starts to improve and realise ultimately if he responds quicker, he gets the reward quicker. If he ignores and goes for the reward, obviously we're going to stop the game and not enable him to keep rehearsing that. Ready, round, come. Good job, round, go get it. Good job. Nice. Round, come, round, come, come. Good job, round, round. Go get it. Go find it. Find your ball. Good job. Very nice. Okay. Round. Down. Come. Yes, good job. Go get it. Good boy. So again, I just threw the down in there just to kind of break it up and make it a little bit easier. I just want his response to the come to be faster, to try and reduce the amount of hesitation. Is it gone? While he's thinking about, do I do it or do I go and get the ball? Which, I mean, it's better than him not thinking at all. Okay, ready? Couple more. Come. Yeah, super boy, go get it. Okay, that was faster. So I almost want to end on that high note, but let's see if we can just make sure it wasn't a fluke. Go find it. Good job. So that was definitely the quickest one yet. Good boy, so clever. Ready, round. Come. Yeah, so clever. Round. Round. Go get it. Round. Come. Yes, good job. Good job. Very nice. And go get it. Okay, so there you have it, the ultimate challenge recall for your dog. This is, like I say, the best way that you can build a real life recall training scenario. So you need to use whatever is the most valuable, exciting, enticing thing for your dog, whether that be a toy, food, treats, another person, whatever they love. Use that to harness the power of recall in a controlled environment. As you can see, Chase finds this incredibly difficult, but that's why we're here. That's why we're working through these games. I wanted to show you an incomplete partway through training session. So I'm going to continue to work on this with Chase and improve the speed at which he's able to disengage and recall back to me. And hopefully that skill will transfer to a real life situation where I need him to recall quickly to me, regardless of whatever the distraction may be. Let me know in the comments below how you get on playing this game with your dog and what is their ultimate distraction. Thanks for watching.